1966 could have remained a far-fetched dream without our beloved Narayan Nair sir's vision-inspired approaches. He himself, a legal enthusiast and a scholar, made the dream realizable by laying a strong foundation to this revered institution. Before we get the ball rolling, let us all observe a moment of silence to cherish the memory of our beloved Narayan Nair sir.
Leaders instill in their people a hope for success and a belief in themselves. Positive leaders empower people to accomplish their goals. This saying is true in all sense for us. We have Advocate Nagaraj Narayan Sir, Director, Kerala Law Academy Law College and member of Bar Council of Kerala. Today, we are all united here because of his effort, vision, and support. I invite Advocate Nagaraj Narayan Sir for the welcome address. Sir, please.
Respected Chief Guest for today's function, Honorable Minister Sri Saji Cherian, the President of today's function, Dr. N.K. Jayagumar Sir, the Principal of this institution, Professor K. Harindran, Professor K. Anil Kumar, and other faculty members and dear friends, brothers and sisters. Now, this is a new endeavor you are having for the first time, an international competition wherein we are having through the online platform, wherein we are having different teams from not only from India, from abroad also, from other countries. And we have a great history to say that Academy is almost nearly 55 years young, and still improving itself to become one of the best institutions at the national level and at the international level. We are the only institution in India, the whole of India, wherein we have been able to hold certain competitions regularly without break or on a regular fashion. One is the National Moot Court Competition, wherein it is almost 32 years since we have started it, and it is regularly going on. This year and last year, for the national competition, the finals, the Supreme Court judges, sitting Supreme Court judges, 3 Supreme Court judges from the Supreme Court have participated. And also the client consulting competition, which is for so many years, 22 years. So this will be another milestone as far as the Law Academy is concerned. And I don't want to waste the precious time of all the persons here, because we are all here to see. So the minister is here, and he is a very busy person, because he was having so many so many functions today. From 5 o'clock onwards, he was having so many inaugurations. And in spite of all this, I'm told that he had to go for Vivekananda Foundation for program and C.V. Ramampillai Foundation program, and so many functions where along with the Chief Minister he had to participate. In spite of all this, he has agreed to come, readily agreed to come, because at 7 o'clock we have fixed this time, in fact, taking into account his convenience, that he would be free by 7 p.m. Just to say that he was a former student of this institution. He was a student leader of great eminence. He has rose to the ranks, become a leader through the Student Federation of India, then the Democratic Youth Federation of India. Then he came to the parliamentary field, and he won the last by-election in Chenganur with one of the best margins people can ever give in Chenganur. A person with so much of popular support, credentials, and a leader who is loved by the people. And this time, the second government headed by our Chief Minister is holding a very important portfolio. He is holding the portfolio of fisheries, harbor, engineering, culture and youth affairs. And the harbor, I can tell you, that once the Vizhinjam port is ready, India may surpass maybe Shanghai, or we may compete with even the best in the world. And Trivandrum will be one of the topmost city in the entire India if the port becomes a reality. And with all this, we have a person with so much of vision and innovation, and we are expecting a lot. In the next 4 years to come, you would be seeing a lot of contributions wherein the history can say that as a leader, and not just as a leader, that the minister will rise to the occasion as a statesman and will do so much for this small state, which is going to become one of the biggest states in all sense. And because in spite of all the busy schedule, I'm so happy that Sajid Cherian sir, minister, has readily agreed to inaugurate this competition, first international competition, and deliver the inaugural address. On behalf of all those present here, on behalf of the Moot Court Society, and on behalf of the Kerala Law Academy, I extend to you, sir, Sajid Cherian sir, a very warm welcome to this function. Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Thank you.
Now we have Dr. M.K. Jayomar, sir, as the president of today's function. Sir needs no introduction. He is a member of the governing council and executive council of this institution, that is the Law Academy. He was a founder. He was there as the executive council member of the Kerala Law Academy from a very long time, who was there with this institution right from its inception. And then sir was the head of the department, professor, head of the department, and dean of the Kerala University, and also the head of the university department, faculty of law, and then became the secretary of Legislative Assembly, and then went on to become the vice chancellor of National University of Advanced Legal Studies, and for the last period was the chief legal advisor for the chief minister, and presently he is heading the commission for reforming university laws in India. And as part and parcel of this institution, sir, you don't require any informal welcome, but still for the sake of formality, I extend to you, to Jayomar sir, a very warm welcome to this function. Welcome, sir. Welcome. And we have for today's function our principal, who is a very dynamic person, very active with all the activities, and he's giving a real role model for all of us. And to this function, I welcome you, sir, the principal Harindran sir. Welcome, sir. And Professor K. L. Kumar sir, who is the backbone of all activities. And I should frankly admit, I'm able to concentrate in Cochin with my practice and with Bar Council, Newells, and all other activities only because of Professor K. L. Kumar sir doing so much of work in the Kerala Law Academy. And in fact, Mandling, yes, he has the real sincerity to take up the mantle and do so much of hard work. And because of L. Kumar sir, I am so fortunate to be here in Ernakulam and do a lot of things here. L. Kumar sir, you are the backbone of all these competitions and mainly a most important person as far as this institution is concerned. Sir, welcome to this function. Then we have Dr. Dakshina Saraswati, who is the secretary of the Moot Court Society and also associate professor of our institution, and who is also the very important person as far as society is concerned in organizing all this. In fact, she is part of us. She doesn't need any welcome as she has to welcome me, but still for the sake of formality, I welcome Dr. Dakshina Saraswati to this function. Then we have M.K. Priya, assistant professor, who is here to deliver the vote of thanks. A very dynamic person, very enthusiastic person, energetic person among the faculty. On behalf of all those present here, Law Academy extend to Srimati Priya M.K. a warm welcome. Then I don't want to state the names of all the faculty members. I welcome all the faculty members. So many faculty members are here. They're all, I extend to all of them a very warm welcome. And to the student conveners and those who are doing the comparing and all the student members, I extend to all of you a warm welcome. The teaching, non-teaching staff, students, participants, who are the most important people as far as this competition is concerned. The participants, I extend a very warm welcome. And I extend warm welcome to the press people. Now we have nearly 300 participants watching this competition in the Zoom, and it is also going live in YouTube. And we'll be having another 1,000, 2,000 people in the YouTube. And it will also be recorded. It will be available in the YouTube. And this will be a memorable event. I have no doubt about that. And with all these formal words, welcoming all the guests, I may push on to the next thing. I just close down my speech. And thank you very much for being here. Welcome all. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for making this evening more delightful with such a warm welcome. At this moment, we would like to graciously welcome you two into the session, sir. It is a great pleasure for the KLA MCS to host our promising participants representing various law colleges all across the globe. The persisting pandemic situation has caused blockade to a formal welcoming of the participants. Therefore, we have prepared a video address to welcome all our participants to our first International Mediation Competition 2022. So let's roll the reel.
Varshini Abullah, Bibi Krishali, and Kirti Chowdhury from Symbiosis Law School, Hyderabad. Naman Kothari, Ritika Vartek, and Suhani Heda from Government Law College, Mumbai. Saurit Saraswat, Gaurav Singh, and Ranjit Pawar from Lloyds Law College. Nijiri Pravarnida, Vijayalakshmi Puri, and Riddhi Arora from Gujarat National Law University. Ashish Das, Preeti Bahara, and Brinda Gayal from Institute of Law, Nirma University, Ahmedabad. N. Ashwin, Aldin D'Souza, and Sumuk B. Ram from School of Law, Christ. Asta Chawla, Garimia Punia, and Garimia Saldana from Vivekananda Institute of Professional Studies.
Khushbu Sangwan, Vivek Sharma, and Abhay Gupta from Geetrathan International Business School affiliated to Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University.
Olalekin Tamidayo, Akinyemi Akinwumi, and Gloria Oboide from Obakwemi Ololo University, Nigeria.
Prajwala Dinesh, Ritu C. and Rishita Nag from the Ramaya College of Law.
Ananya Kalia, Brinda Chola, and Rishika Sharma from University Institute of Legal Studies, Punjab University.
Rubika Tigari, Alka Sivaj, and Payal from Army Law College, Pune.
Arshimadu Ashwini, Prashasti Sharma, and Koshta Bansal from Symbiosis Law School, Pune.
Vinay Kumar Aslokar, Rishit M. Kulnivar, and Pradima Shipulkar from KLA Society, B.V. Bellad Law College, Belagavi.
Janya Dani, Sankalpita Mullik, and Devina Somani from OP Jindal Global University.
Nikhil Sinha, Vishnu, and Siddharth from KLA Society's Law College.
Brinda Tiwari, Bhakti Rathi, and Shivangi Goyal from NMIMS, Kriti P. Mehta School of Law.
Anagha, Divya El-Saraju, and Ria Maria Joseph from Amity University, Dubai campus.
Kenna Roshi, Alvin Matthew, and Rishabh Reddy from IFIM Law School.
Ishan Patel, Gaudami Kam, Soya Payal from VM Sarjavarthi College of Law.
Nia Fatima Ashraf, Kirtana Sajeev, and Fairuz from Kerala Law Academy Law College.
Alisha Sultana, Neeraj S. and Manpriya Chalan from Kerala Law Academy Law College.
Muhammad Minaj Nasir, Hema Sai Sandhya Policity, Akhila Ambavali from Damodaram Sanjeevaya National Law University.
Simran Arora, Samir Naqvi, and Abhishek Yadav from Mayville Law Institute.
Well, that was indeed a great stimulus for our participants. We extend our thanks to the crew which got this wonderful reel rolling. Success is peace of mind, which is a direct result of self-satisfaction in knowing you made that effort to become the best of which you are capable, said John Wooden. With that, it is with great pleasure that I welcome all our audience to this grand inaugural ceremony. For that, we have prepared a video to welcome our audience.
The Kerala Law Academy Law College is organizing its first international mediation competition virtually from 23rd to 25th of March 2022. The Kerala Law Academy Law College had began its site in the year 1966, and it could not have been possible without our beloved late Dr. Narayan Nair sir's vision-inspired approaches. He himself was a legal enthusiast and scholar who made the dream realizable by laying a strong foundation to this revered institution. Its acclaimed, peer-reviewed research journal is published continuously since the year 1977.
Kerala Law Academy Mukko Society is one of its kind, with a whole fraternity of legal education with the sole intention to better the students of KLA. We provide ample opportunity to develop research, oral advocacy, legal drafting skills and other essential expertise to mold an individual into seasoned litigator. The all-India Moot Court competition put forward by Kerala Law Academy Moot Court Society has a legacy of 31 years in finding the best mooters from law institutions within India.
Kerala Law Academy, through its first international mediation competition, is pioneering a new dimension in the legal hippodrome, which is of immense importance in the current time we are all living. Alternate dispute resolutions, also known as ADR, rising number of cases is disrupting the smooth functioning judicial system. Hence, it is only efficacious if we adopt methods that are fast and efficient in dispute resolutions. Through the international mediation competition, the Academy aims at inculcating international ethos into Indian standards of ADR.
Mediation competition is beneficial to students in various ways. Analysis and experimentation done during any legal match helps students to understand their skills and talents. It is a potential opportunity for gaining practical knowledge. Students can feel themselves in the shoes of the real mediators and arbitrators. It helps them develop their skill and nurture their talents.
Kerala Academy Law College welcomes all of you to our first international mediation competition to be held from 23rd to 25th of March 2022 from Kerala Academy Law College campus, Perudkara, Trivandrum.
What a delightful video it was. Now, we are blessed with the presence of Dr. N.K. Jayakumar, sir, former Vice Chancellor of NUALS Kochi and a member of the Executive Committee of KLA, who's a great source of inspiration for all of us. It is with utmost honor and gratitude that I welcome sir to deliver the presidential address. Sir, please.
Whoever sir cannot be heard. It is mute.
Mute. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Chief guest of today's function, Honorable Minister Mr. Saji Cheriyan, Advocate Nagaraj Narayan, Director of the Kerala Law Academy, Principal Professor Harindran, faculty, students, and well-wishers of the Kerala Law Academy. Hundreds of persons who are listening to this, not only in India, but even across the globe. My association with the Kerala Law Academy starts right from the inception of the institution in 1966. Of course, I had certain other assignments and engagements which kept me busy and away from the academy. But I've always maintained close contact with the activities of the academy throughout this period. And I am always happy that the academy is spreading its wings. Every year, coming with new ideas, new ventures, enriching the rich tradition that it has built up. Today is such an occasion when the first international mediation competition is organized online by the Kerala Law Academy. I am very happy to be a part of this function. Now, many people think of mediation and other types of alternate dispute resolution as something new. But let me tell you that ADR has always been there. It has a history of thousands of years. We started with alternative dispute resolution methods. And later on, at a particular stage in our history, formal systems of adjudication, court system, a civilized and institutionalized legal system, all these came into existence much later. Today, perhaps, they are going back to our roots when we recognize alternative dispute resolution as an ideal solution or even a panacea for so many evils which are plaguing our legal system. We all know that the judicial resolution or judicial settlement of disputes is a time-consuming process. It's very expensive. It is very formal, very technical. And nobody is sure whether the ultimate outcome will result in justice being meted out to the parties or not. It's a violent method. We try our luck. Sometimes we may be successful, sometimes we may not. But this is an informal process, a facilitative process, which is inexpensive, which is very fast compared to the normal judicial process. And there is great involvement. People are not kept away, but people are encouraged to come to the mediator, have a free and frank dialogue with the mediator, get involved in the dispute resolution process. And finally, what is most remarkable is that whatever be the outcome of a court litigation, the bitterness, the feeling of enmity, this remains in the minds of the litigants. And whoever wins the case, what we often describe as the winner takes all, everything goes to the winner. And the person who unfortunately loses the case goes home dejected, frustrated, without any hope, disappointed. Here is a process where even if you don't get the result you wanted to get, you're not totally dejected or frustrated, but you get the satisfaction that you were a part of the decision-making process. You had put in all your inputs to that process, and finally you are convinced. Or the mediator must be able to convince the parties that this is a fair solution that they are already. So, alternate dispute resolution has come to stay. And along with that, mediation, which is an integral part of ADR, is also there to stay. Now, this competition is organized online, which makes me think about online mediation, e-mediation, as it is called. We know that lawyers and judges are generally very conservative. They stand against change. But when the pandemic was omnipresent all over the globe, we had to redefine our approaches. Normal process of trial, hearing, all these were out of question. And then, even though reluctantly lawyers and judges had to adopt online procedures. But as the online procedures got entrenched, people began to like it because You can have the services of a lawyer from Delhi without paying him the airfare, paying him accommodation in a five-star hotel. So this becomes very inexpensive as well as very convenient. Similarly, e-mediation also facilitates settlement of disputes without the parties traveling, without the parties coming to a single location, or the mediator himself traveling to the location where the parties are there. So they sit at their respective places. They take part in the mediation process. And ultimately, they arrive at a consensual discussion or a decision which appears to be fair to the mediator as well as to the parties. Now, when we think of the process of mediation, one point I would like to emphasize. I don't want to prolong my speech because the Honorable Minister is waiting and I know he is very busy. Often we teach our students that you should all think like lawyers. What does it mean, thinking like a lawyer? And we also tell them that thinking like a lawyer means your thinking must be free from any emotion. Remain free from emotions. You have clients, but don't consider them as human beings with flesh and blood emotion or emotions. This is a lesson that every lawyer is taught. Because law is logical, law is a reasoning process. Our thinking is conditioned by precedent-oriented approach, where logic dominates, emotions don't. But as far as mediation is concerned, one point that I would like to emphasize before the participants of this competition, who are future lawyers, maybe future mediators as well, is emotions are very relevant, very significant as far as the process of mediation is concerned. Not only that, the differences, are you able to perceive the differences in the people who are coming to you with a dispute to be resolved? Their social background, economic background, their cultural background. Unless you can understand that, unless you can understand the person along with his background, you will fail as a mediator. You will never be a good mediator. This is very true and very significant as far as a multicultural society like ours is concerned. Only when you are able to perceive the differences in culture, socio-economic background, the parties to the dispute, you can instill a sense of confidence in the parties. Trust is very important as far as mediation is concerned. The parties must trust the mediator. How to build up that trust is one of the challenges that every mediator will have to face. With these few words of introduction, I again thank the organizers for giving me the opportunity to be associated with this function. I'm very happy that I'm sharing the dais with Mr. Sajid Cherian, who is a former student at this institution. His association with the alma mater is very pleasant. This is all great pleasure. And I invite the Honorable Minister to deliver the inaugural address. Thank you.
Respected Dr. N.K. Jayamar sir, former Vice Chancellor, UNS Kochi. My friend Advocate Nagaraj Narayan, Director, Kerala Law Academy Law College. Dr. Dakshina Saraswati, Ms. Priya M.K. and all those who have joined online here for the inaugural function. The first international mediation competition organized by Kerala Law Academy Law College. First of all, I thank Kerala Law Academy for inviting me to inaugurate the first international mediation competition being held under the Kerala Law Academy Group Court Society. Also, I ask your all permission to switch my speech to Malayalam. പ്രിയപ്പെട്ടവരെ, കേരള ലോ അക്കാദമി എന്റെ ഹൃദയത്തോട് ചേർന്ന് നിൽക്കുന്ന സ്ഥാപനം. ഞാൻ പഠിച്ച സ്ഥാപനം എന്ന നിലയിൽ ഈ ചടങ്ങ് ഉദ്ഘാടനം ചെയ്യുവാൻ എന്നെ ക്ഷണിച്ചത് ഞാൻ അഭിമാനിക്കുന്നു, വളരെയേറെ സന്തോഷിക്കുന്നു. ഈ സ്ഥാപനത്തിന്റെ അഭിമാനമായിരുന്ന സ്ഥാപകൻ, നിയമരംഗത്ത് ശ്രേഷ്ഠനായിരുന്ന വ്യക്തി ഡോക്ടർ എൻ നാരായണൻ സാറുമായി വളരെയേറെ വ്യക്തിപരമായ ആത്മബന്ധം പുലർത്താൻ എനിക്ക് പല ഘട്ടങ്ങളിൽ കഴിഞ്ഞു. ഒരു ഘട്ടത്തിൽ കേരള സർവകലാശാലയുടെ സിൻഡിക്കേറ്റ് നാരായണൻ സാറിനോടൊപ്പം പ്രവർത്തിക്കാൻ കഴിഞ്ഞു. ഈ കോളേജിൽ ഡയറക്ടർ എന്ന നിലയിൽ ഇവിടുത്തെ വിദ്യാർത്ഥി ആയിരുന്ന കാലത്തും അദ്ദേഹത്തിനോടൊപ്പം സഹകരിക്കാൻ കഴിഞ്ഞു. എന്റെ പൊതുപ്രവർത്തനത്തിന്റെ പല ഘട്ടങ്ങളിലും അദ്ദേഹത്തിന്റെ വിലപ്പെട്ട നിർദ്ദേശങ്ങൾ എനിക്ക് ലഭിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. ആ കാര്യം നന്ദിപൂർവ്വം ഞാനിപ്പോ ഓർക്കുന്നു, സ്മരിക്കുന്നു. അദ്ദേഹത്തിനെ കുറിച്ച് ഞാനിത് പറയാൻ കാരണം, ഈ സ്ഥാപനം ഈ നിലയിലേക്ക് വളർന്നു വരുന്നതിൽ ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ പങ്ക് എന്ന് മാത്രമല്ല, കേരളത്തിന്റെ നിയമരംഗത്ത് 10,000-കണക്കിന് ആളുകളെ സംഭാവന ചെയ്ത മഹാനായ ആ വ്യക്തിത്വത്തെ ഓർത്തുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഞാൻ ഈ ചടങ്ങ് ഉദ്ഘാടനം ചെയ്യുന്നത്. വളരെ ചെറിയ തോതിൽ ആരംഭിച്ച കേരള ലോ അക്കാദമി ഇന്ന് നിയമപഠന, ഗവേഷണ, കൺസൾട്ടൻസി മേഖലയിൽ കേരളത്തിലെ തന്നെ അല്ല, ഇന്ത്യയിലെ തന്നെ ഏറ്റവും അഭിമാനമായി ഉയർന്ന ഒരു സ്ഥാപനമായി വളർന്നു വരാൻ കഴിയും. കേരള ലോ അക്കാദമിയിലെ മൂഡ് കോർട്ട് സൊസൈറ്റിയുടെ ആഭിമുഖ്യത്തിലാണ് ഇന്നിവിടെ തുറന്നു കുറിക്കുന്ന ആദ്യ ഇന്റർനാഷണൽ മീഡിയേഷൻ കോമ്പറ്റീഷൻ നടക്കുന്നത്. അക്കാദമിയിലെ മൂഡ് കോർട്ട് സൊസൈറ്റി അഭിനന്ദനാർഹം ഈ കഴിഞ്ഞ കാലയളവിൽ വെച്ച കൂട്ടായ്മയാണ്. ഇവിടുത്തെ വിദ്യാർത്ഥികളിൽ ഗവേഷണ ത്വര വളർത്തുവാനും നിയമജ്ഞരെന്ന നിലയിൽ അത്യന്താപേക്ഷിതമായ സംഭാഷണ, ലീഗൽ ഡ്രാഫ്റ്റിംഗ് സ്കില്ലുകൾ വളർത്തിയെടുക്കാൻ സൊസൈറ്റി വലിയ പങ്ക് നിർവഹിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. ഇതിനകം തന്നെ ഒട്ടനവധി ദേശീയ പുരസ്കാരങ്ങൾ ഇവിടുത്തെ കുട്ടികൾ നേടിയിട്ടുണ്ട് എന്നത് സൊസൈറ്റിയുടെ പ്രവർത്തന വിവരയാണ് ഇവിടെ വരച്ചു കാണിക്കുന്നത്. കോടതിക്ക് പുറത്തുള്ള മധ്യസ്ഥ രീതി എന്നത് നേരെ പ്രാധാന്യമർഹിക്കുന്ന ഒരു രീതിയാണ്. നമ്മുടെ കോടതികളിൽ താങ്ങാവുന്നതിനപ്പുറം കേസുകൾ കുത്തിക്കിടക്കുന്നു. കേസുകൾ വൈകുന്നതുമായിട്ടുള്ള ഒരുപാട് വാർത്തകൾ ദിവസവും നമ്മൾ കണ്ടുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുക. ഇത്തരം മധ്യസ്ഥ രീതി ഒരേ സമയം കക്ഷികൾക്കും കോടതിക്കും സമയലാഭം ഉണ്ടാക്കുന്നത്, എളുപ്പത്തിലുള്ള പ്രശ്നപരിഹാരം സാധ്യമാക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. നമ്മുടെ രാജ്യത്തെ മധ്യസ്ഥ സംവിധാനം രാജ്യാന്തര നിലവാരത്തിൽ എത്തിയിട്ടില്ല എന്നത് വസ്തുത നമുക്ക് തള്ളിക്കളയാനും സാധിക്കില്ല. ഇന്നിവിടെ തുക കുറിക്കുന്ന ഈ കോമ്പറ്റീഷൻ ഈ ദിശയിലുള്ള വലിയൊരു ചുവടുവെപ്പാണ്. നമ്മുടെ മധ്യസ്ഥ സംവിധാനത്തെ നിലവാരമെത്താൻ ഇത്തരം സംരംഭങ്ങൾ ഏറെ സഹായകരമാകും. ഈ മത്സരത്തിനും ഇതിന്റെ ഭാവി പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങൾക്കും ആശംസകൾ നേരുന്നു. ഇവിടുത്തെ വിദ്യാർത്ഥികൾക്ക് ശോഭനമായ ഒരു ഭാവി ഞാൻ ആശംസിക്കുന്നു. അതിനുവേണ്ടി ഞാൻ ഈ അവസരം വിനിയോഗിക്കുകയാണ്. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ എന്റെ പ്രിയ സുഹൃത്ത്, ഇതിന്റെ ഡയറക്ടർ അഡ്വക്കേറ്റ് നാരായണൻ, അദ്ദേഹത്തിന്റെ നേതൃത്വത്തിൽ ഈ സ്ഥാപനത്തിന്റെ പ്രവർത്തനം വളരെയേറെ ഭംഗിയായി ഉന്നത നിലയിലേക്ക് കൂടുതൽ സമൂർത്തമായി അത് മാറ്റപ്പെടുന്നു എന്നതിൽ ഞാൻ പ്രത്യേകമായി അദ്ദേഹത്തെ അഭിനന്ദിക്കുന്നു. എന്റെ ഗുരുനാഥൻ നാരായണൻ നായർ സാറിന്റെ എല്ലാ കഴിവുകളും അദ്ദേഹത്തിന്റെ എല്ലാ പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങളും പ്രിയ നാഗരായിലൂടെ ഈ കോളേജിന് ലഭിക്കുന്നു എന്നതിൽ വളരെയേറെ സന്തോഷമുണ്ട്. അത്തരത്തിലൊരു പുതിയ മേഖല കണ്ടെത്തി ഇത്തരത്തിലൊരു വൈവിധ്യമാർന്ന പ്രവർത്തനത്തിന് മുൻകൈയെടുത്ത അദ്ദേഹത്തെ പ്രത്യേകം ഞാൻ അഭിനന്ദിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് എല്ലാവരുടെയും അനുവാദത്തോടു കൂടി കേരള ലോ അക്കാദമിയുടെ ആദ്യ ഇന്റർനാഷണൽ മീഡിയേഷൻ കോമ്പറ്റീഷന്റെ ഔപചാരികമായ ഉദ്ഘാടനം നിർവഹിച്ച് അറിയിക്കുന്നു. നന്ദി, നമസ്കാരം.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your valuable words of wisdom. Now, we have Dr. Dakshina Saraswati, Assistant Professor and General Secretary of Mood Court Society, Kerala Law Academy, who has been a guiding light for the students of this institution since day one. I most humbly invite ma'am for the purpose of felicitation.
Thank you, Gauri. Good evening, one and all present here. Honorable Minister, Sri Saji Cherian Sir, Minister for Fisheries, Harbour Engineering Culture and Youth Affairs, Government of Kerala. Dr. N.K. Jayakumar Sir, former Vice Chancellor Nual Kochi, Member Executive Committee, KLA, Advocate Nagaraj Narayan Sir, Director, KLA Law Academy, Professor Harindran K, Principal, KLA Law Academy Law College, Professor K. Anil Kumar Sir, Professor, KLA Law Academy, Srimati Priya MK, Assistant Professor, KLA Law Academy Law College, participants, teachers, organizers, and my dear students. As we all know, we stand on the shoulders of the legacy left behind by late Dr. N. Narayanan Nair Sir, founder, KLA Law Academy. I would like to take this moment in remembrance of his greatness. KLA Law Academy Moot Court Society provides ample opportunities to develop research, oral advocacy, drafting skills, and other essential expertise to mold an individual into a seasoned litigator. KLA MCS has been conducting 4 national level competitions throughout the years. National Moot Court Competition, National Client Consulting Competition, National Area Competition, and National Trial Advocacy Competition. Today, the KLA Law Academy Moot Court Society is adding another gem to its crown by introducing our first edition of the International Mediation Competition. It's a matter of great privilege to be part of the first international mediation competition organized by KLA Law Academy Law College. KLA, through its first international mediation competition, is pioneering a new dimension in the legal arena, which is of immense importance nowadays. This competition is a distinctive networking event enabling international mediators to share their ideas, experience, and best practices. The competition convenes students and distinguished area professionals from around the globe, providing exceptional networking opportunities. I wish all participants and organizers great success. All the competitions should happen in the true spirit of sportsmanship. Life is made beautiful by shared moments like this. I wish you all success. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Gratitude is the fairest blossom which springs from the soul. Every celebration is an experience as the external fades away and the internal lingers and echoes in the most depth of our heart. We are reminded that even like this, one are milestone on the journey of life and reminders of God's fidelity all through. Now, it's my pleasure to invite Mrs. Priya MK, Assistant Professor, KLA Law Academy Law College, to propose a vote of thanks.
Thank you, Akshara. Good evening, one and all. Respected dignitaries, faculty members, volunteers, students, and my dear participants. The first International Mediation Competition, IMC, organized by KLA Law Academy Law College, Tirunelveli, is a step taken towards acting as facilitator in increasing the area culture among inspiring lawyers. Mediation competition is beneficial to students in various ways. Analysis and experimentation done during any legal match helps students to shape and direct their careers. It also helps them hone their talent and learn new skills. It's my immense pride and honor in thanking Sri Saji Cherian Sir, Honorable Minister of Harbour Engineering for the Government of Kerala, for inaugurating the first edition of Kerala Law Academy International Mediation Competition. On behalf of Kerala Law Academy and on my own personal behalf, thank you, sir, for honoring us with your presence. I extend my sincere gratitude to Dr. N.K. Jayakumar Sir, former Vice Chancellor, Nual Kochi, and Member Executive Committee, Kerala Law Academy, for giving the presidential address. Sir is an iconic Indian law educator and an eminent jurist, and also a recipient of Mannat Krishnamenu Medal. Sir has always been a constant source of motivation and has paved ways for all of us to work hard and stay focused towards our goals. Thank you, sir, for joining us today. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to late Dr. N. Narayanan Nair Sir, founder, Kerala Law Academy, who always remain as an inspiration for us in conducting these events. With immense respect, I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to Advocate Nagaraj Narayan Sir, Director of Kerala Law Academy, Advocate High Court of Kerala, Special Government Leader Forest, High Court of Kerala, Chairman of Kerala Law Academy Moot Court Society, Member, Bar Council of Kerala, who is my teacher and mentor and always a founder of constant support to all the activities in this college. We are indebted to him for being the catalyst that stimulated us to do our best and for standing as a pillar of strength. With a deep sense of respect, I thank Nagaraj Sir for his untiring efforts. On behalf of Law Academy, teachers, students, non-teaching members, and my own behalf, I propose a sincere thanks to you, sir. Next, I would like to thank Professor K. Harindran sir, Principal KLA Law Academy I also thank him for being the pillar of support constantly and encouraging us to achieve laurels. I would also like to take this opportunity to place on record a hearty thanks to Sri K. Anil Kumar sir, Associate Professor, KLA Law Academy, for being the backbone and guidance throughout this competition. Next, I would like to thank Dr. Dakshina Saraswati ma'am, General Secretary of KLA Law Academy Moot Society, for being a constant support and motivation. Thank you, ma'am. I would also like to thank all the people who worked behind the scenes to make this event attain its epitome, and to our IT team who provided us with the technical support, which is significant due to the virtual nature of this competition. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very proactive and dedicated students of KLA who are well versed in their duties. I'm in short of words for their involvement and their willingness to take on the completion of tasks beyond their comfort zones. May I conclude by extending my sincere thanks to all the participating teams, faculty conveners, teachers, student conveners, volunteers, committee members, non-teaching members of office, and all those who are present here to make this function a grand success. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. With that, we have come to the end of our inaugural session. On behalf of our institution, I would like to thank all the dignitaries for joining us and enlightening us with their valuable words.
I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our director, principal, and our faculty conveners for providing us with such a wonderful platform. Now, I sincerely thank our student conveners for making this inaugural ceremony a grand success.
Last but not least, I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to each one of you for your kind cooperation throughout this session. Participants, please note, you are requested to log in for the lotting and briefing session, for which the links have already been provided. Once again, thank you all so much. This is Gauri A.H.
Akshara DN.
And Irene Elsa Sharian.
Signing off.